keep it juicy, juicy. I eat that lunch. She keep that booty, booty. She keep that plump. So I was inspired to do another college video about Marist.
Louis out.
When I'm fresh from the bag, when I'm fresh from the work.
Louis out.
Your class
Valentino, Louis out.
yeah, me fresh from the work.
Read and gal me can't do it out.
Things I wish I knew before coming to college. So if you're a high schooler, maybe senior year, or you're about to be a freshman in college, hopefully this will help you out. First thing I wish I knew that college boys are not inherently more mature than high school boys. Like, cause guess what? They're the same boys from high school, just put in college. So I don't know why we all thought they would magically become, emotionally available. I don't know why we thought that. I just think because we watched all those movies about college or high school, and then you always saw like high school girls dating the more mature college guy, but that's not true, okay? You'll be lucky to find someone who's on your level in college. Alright, number 2. You can never start networking too early. You don't have to wait till junior or senior year to start looking for internships or jobs. Most companies do only like look for upperclassmen, but doesn't mean you can't start making those connections early. Plus, there are some programs specifically tailored for freshmen and sophomores, so you can definitely get an internship before becoming a junior or senior, like me. I was at the right place at the right time. I ended up talking to my future manager, and I ended up getting an internship the summer after my freshman year of college. So it's definitely can be done. Network. I remember being a freshman in college and hearing about all the job fairs and just networking things, just thinking that, oh, I don't need to worry about that, I'm just a freshman. Number 3, you have to leave your dorm to make friends. Duh. I don't know why it took me like a moment to figure that out. My first like week of college, I just did the same thing I did in high school. Like, you go to class, alright? And then after you leave class, maybe you get something to eat, you go to lunch, go to class again, and then you go home. That's what you do in high school, so that's what I did in college. Class, eat, class, go home. And I was like, wait, like, why don't I have friends? Like, why don't I know people? And that's because you can't make friends in your dorm. Like, you just can't. Go to whatever events that are made by your like hall council or RAs, but you still have to leave your dorm, or at least leave like your room, to make friends. So I learned that after the first week. So clubs, and instead of doing homework in my room like I normally used to doing in high school, I would just do homework in the library, do homework in the student center, the common area, and like magically, like, I would see people from class, or I would just be around people that I could talk to. And so just like something simple as that, like doing homework outside, or like outside of your room, like makes a huge difference in terms of being friends. Number 4, not all parties are made equal. Alright, I've gone through some really good college parties and some really bad college parties. The worst college party I went to was at my first college, Gustavus College, and it was bad because the music was bad. Like, that's why it was bad. Another college stereotype I just immediately thought, oh, college, all the parties gonna be super fun. Wrong. I went to that party and like the music was terrible. Like, they were just playing like Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. Your tongue never seemed.
It was like high school homecoming. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was bad, right? And then I go to another party at Marist, and it's popping. There's barely any room. Everyone's dancing or just having a good time. The music is good. I was actually on like Shazam, like on Snapchat. I was like, this is a good song. This is a good song. This is a good song. Number five, they put they being your college puts the best food out for orientation or events to make you think that college food's really good, but it's really not. And this is just universal. Like, unless you're going to like a culinary school, the food is going to be bad. Okay, just get used to it. But whenever you come for like family weekend or like admitted students day or orientation, they automatically make the food like 10 times better. Cause I remember going like to the dining hall for the first time at Marist and just thinking, oh wow, like this food is so good. They have so many options. But they really like give you like different foods. Like they just give you different foods. It's so weird. Number six, back to parties. Finding parties or finding good parties is hard. All right, like especially I say it's hard. I just think like going to like a smaller school, like, it's really about who you know. So finding parties isn't hard, but it is. I just think it's harder like when you're like a new student because you don't know anyone, let alone like who's having parties, right? So how do you find parties? At least when going to a smaller school, maybe even a big school. I don't know. In my experience, I remember like first going to college and just thinking, oh well, parties are just happening all the time. I'll just you know like see people going to parties, or I'll just magically like hear about them. But here's how you actually find parties. So you have to know who's throwing them. So sororities, fraternities, sports teams, and then seniors in clubs are usually the primary sponsors of parties. So just get to know like someone who's in a sorority, fraternity, or sports team. Number seven, most students at your school are not smart. They're just really good at cheating. They're not smart. Like someone in my computer science class, these are his exact words. Oh, I don't know how to code. I just use Chegg for everything. He paid for Chegg, paid for it to just look up all the answers, and that's ridiculous. So everyone might seem like they know what they're doing. They don't, alright? Everyone's using Spark Notes. No one actually reads the textbook. It's crazy. It's like you pay all this money to go to school and you're not even learning. I swear I'm like the only person that actually like reads. Ooh, number eight. This is really important. I wish I knew what the city slash town was like around my school before I went there. Alright? Everyone always puts a lot of emphasis on like the actual school itself, but not enough on like what the surrounding area looks like. That's really important because you don't spend every waking moment at your school. Actually, and it's really cool like to explore the area, maybe go to other nearby colleges for parties. So I went to Gustavus. I knew it was a small school. I knew it was in a small area, which I liked. I just didn't realize how tiny the town was. Because I didn't want to be in like Minneapolis. That's too much. But cornfields, like we were going to my school for the first time, and we were passing barns and corn. I didn't know that. I looked up the population of Saint whatever it was in, and I'm like, oh, okay, like this is good. It's a small city, town. It's like a town. Like I had no idea. So, um, look into that before you go. And now at Marist, it's still like a small city, but it's like an actual like city. Um, it's not like super huge like Albany or New York City, but there's still like stuff to do. Like you can still go to the mall, movies, bowling, uh, like shopping. You can't do that at my last school. You had to go to the next town or city to do that. And we're still 2 hours away from New York City, just a train ride away. So there's still like lots of stuff to do in Poughkeepsie. I'm glad. Like there's lots of good restaurants. There's the Culinary Institute of America nearby. Number 9. I wish I knew that I didn't have to pay for the expensive apparel at the bookstore. I wish I knew how to find cheap college apparel, alright? Because the bookstore is too much. It's too much. They have the bookstore for parents that have money and not college students, right? Because first my first college, I was like, oh yeah, school spirit, let's go to the bookstore. I went to get a sweatshirt and it was $60. $60 for a sweatshirt for a school that I ended up transferring from. That was the last time I bought anything from the bookstore. Except this, because I had a gift card, but I'm not using my money, alright? So before you buy like really expensive clothes from your bookstore, I would look on sites like Poshmark, Mercari, like Depop. You can still find like really good like new or used items for a lot cheaper, and it's probably gonna be really unique. It might be like vintage, and it's not gonna be $60. All right, it's not. It's not. So definitely look online. Look for sales that your bookstore is having, and never pay full price. Just don't. Let me know if you're in college now or if you're in high school and other video ideas we should do. Bye.